Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
We're gonna watch the Skywalker Saga trailer. This is from a YouTuber named Alex Siegel. This is a trailer for the Skywalker Saga in the style of the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Love these kind of edits. This is a top reward tier video request from a handsome Canadian son of a bee, Lance Dorr.
Lance D.
Lance Big D. Let's do this.
Lance BDE. You know what I'm talking about.
No one to stop. Lance E. Alright.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Before the Dark Times. Before the Empire.
The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Training to become a Jedi is not an easy challenge.
I'm not afraid. You will be. You will be.
Oh, buddy.
Pretty cool.
Long have I waited. You're coming together.
Very good job.
With your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir.
This is 3PO Saga. I never looked at it that way.
That's right. Been there for all of it.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi.
Sweet. The Laser Sword Saga. Nice, that was great. Such a good slice.
Big transition, yeah.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
That was really well edited.
Yeah, that was well done.
That was really well sliced.
The footage goes together pretty well.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Well, you know, I mean, things get more glossy and higher technology over time and whatnot.
Yeah, the only time it called attention to itself was when the audio from the older films, especially like A New Hope, it sounds distinguishedly different. Like when Luke starts talking.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi.
The recording equipment, yeah, was
Yeah.
like literally different at the time. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
hear a different kind of quality and hiss.
Yeah, it's not as crisp, but you can't really work around that. So for what we got here, this got me pretty excited to see Rise of Skywalker conclude the saga before we pick it up again a little bit later down the road.
Before we spin it off into something new, or maybe go back and decide we can't leave the Skywalkers behind for that long.
I thought the editing transitions were so well done here, really following the motion of the last shot and then to the next scene. I mean, it sounds like basic trailer editing, but you got to keep in mind this guy sourced footage from 8 movies plus a bunch of trailer footage from the 9th movie, so this is not easy to compose. Like, you got to go through a hell of a lot of stuff to make sure this all flows really well. I'm keeping it focused on the Skywalker saga. The part that just didn't feel like it really belonged was anything with Rey, which is kind of weird to me.
Well, yeah, because she feels random if you don't understand. But then again, I think this will all feel kind of random if you don't understand.
Yeah.
The connection feels dubious because there's such a clear build-up with Luke literally cutting back and forth and looking at his dad's origin with Anakin and stuff. It
Then you
does
got
kind
Rey.
of, yeah, it does kind of call attention to the fact that, like, then you got all these new people
Yeah.
that we didn't see, like, intermingling in the last bunch of footage. Yeah, it is a little funny, but I think this does a really nice job of sweeping up the emotion. It's the Star Wars, it's the physical, it's the imagery, it's the iconography, it's the feeling that Star Wars gives you. This doesn't necessarily communicate the overall breadth of like the story line beyond, you know, Rebels versus the Empire and whatnot, or the First Order, or whoever it is.
I want to binge these movies before Rise of Skywalker comes out. That's what I'll do on vacation in Colorado at the end of the month.
Movie a day.
Why would I go explore
Star
a
Wars
world
a
that I
day.
don't live? Let's just watch movies in a living room.
That's the point of vacations, is to do what you would at home, just in a nicer, more removed area.
What I'll do is I'll marathon it a little different. I'll go Phantom Menace, New Hope, Attack of the Clones, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Solo Star Wars Story, Rogue One, all of the Clone Wars show. Then maybe I'll watch Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
If those Rotten Tomatoes reviews are good and the Disney shills don't lie to us again.
What's so good about these splices too is that they make the bad ones look good.
Yeah, it highlights, at least in concept, what works
Yeah.
about the overall scope of this.
You're like, well, you do need that movie. That's like the thing about it.
Fills in the
if it,
story.
It does fill in the context. It does make it more complete. Not a fan of those prequels, but they are essential viewing.
They have a place now.
Yeah.
Which is nice for, I mean, like, I don't know, at a certain point, it's cool. A lot of people worked on those.
It's funny, like, just this makes me think of so many things of like how the original trilogy is like historical filmmaking landmark with this genuine heart, and then the prequels are these extended movies that really want to rush to get to episode 3 that are just a crazy CGI,
Weird.
half-hearted written story.
It's like weird diplomatic exercises and then CGI demo tutorials.
Yes. And then this latest trilogy is like the glossy nostalgia version of all these things.
The version where we're literally watching them go, how do we grow into something new?
There's got to be some way to cut a little mini, other than just having to marathon it, but just really keeping the essential stuff in.
You mean like a Topher Grace cut of the Star Wars movies?
Yeah, the whole saga though, like this, where I'm like, yeah, every movie has something that is necessary,
Something you need.
but not the whole movie is necessary.
Hey man,
Yeah.
if you did some kind of Hill House with all the icons they're bringing back for the new wave, you could do like a Hill House sort of thing where you just cut back, you know, when you pass that Vader monument they have, cut back, show some Anakin stuff,
True.
splice it in that way.
I gotta say about the 3PO moment that he did here, because out of all the trailers for Rise of Skywalker, weirdly the 3PO stuff has been the thing that's been standing out. The one with the red eyes,
3PX.
and then the moment where it's like, I just wanted to take one last look at you, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, one last look at you before I turn into the Iron Giant.
Yeah, so the 3PO stuff, and I thought he really knocked it out the park here, because you need that in order, especially when you're doing this trailer cut in the style of Rise of Skywalker. There's nothing else you can really put there besides that 3PO moment. But then flashing 2 moments with 3PO with the like OG cast.
Yeah.
And the only one that could really make that work is 3PO, because he looks the same after all these years. So that's why I was like, this is 3PO Saga the whole time. Wow.
Yeah, that's a great way to reframe that. Maybe somebody will come back in the future and make like a quiet robot drama about 3PO being the sort of historian of the Star Wars, you know?
What the Watchers are in the Marvel universe is what 3PO is to me in
right.
the Star Wars world.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've watched this all unfold from the very beginning, since Vader made me.
He's the ancient one.
Yeah, that works too, sure.
I don't know.
I already got the Marvel reference.
You got
I
it.
got the Watchers.
Yeah, you got the Watchers. All right. I'm just trying
Unless you don't
to
remember
be
who
a
the
Disney
Do you
show.
remember who the Watcher is?
Totally.
You don't remember the
I
Watchers.
do. But I'm not going to tell you because maybe you're testing me to tell you because you don't really know and you just remember the name because you're a fake fan. You're a
You
fake
don't know
nerd.
the Watchers.
I know, but there's so many titles.
Either
and
of us
names.
know who the Watchers.
Yeah, that's my goal here is to get us so down the rabbit hole that neither of us knows
I
and
know.
neither of us is willing to admit.
I know who the Watcher is.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stan
have to-
Lee in that one post cameo scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but he also plays a big part in the Watchers play a big part in the Infinity Gauntlet comic.
All right, there you go. Who watches The Watcher? Apparently, me only
What are we
once.
talking about this? Guys, make sure to subscribe to Alex Siegel. We're subscribing right now. Great job on the edit there, buddy. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Please click that notification bell to get notified every time we got a YouTube video up. Lance Door!
Lance in my pants.
Get them Lance pants with the dance trance. Got my Star Wars fans. Scott Manson. The movie release date. Oh, we have movie release dates. Yes, come here. Oh my God. Movie release date. I asked Lance how his Halloween was. He said that it was actually really fun. Community held a big Halloween dance with prizes and activities, and it was a really fun time.
Sounds like fun.
It's a firefighter orgy, is how I could describe
That
it.
sounds like fun.
Where they're all wearing their suits, and it is so heavy.
Magic Lance Triple XL. I want that movie.
Yeah, you get choose either one of these moments: the
Dude.
rhymes or the. Lance,
Make a calendar like Gene Jeter did.
he doesn't know Gene.
He must. Everybody
Do you
follows
know
our
who Gene is?
Patreon lore. Of course I know. Do you know, or are you just testing me to see
you
if I know and I'm just
Do
willing
either of
to
us know
tell
who
you?
Gene is?
Do either of us know who Gene was in the post-credits?